Hello world, hello YouTube, hello everybody. This is Prepper Princess, and with the winter months coming upon us, that's right, you guessed it, it is time to save some money on electric and gas. So what I'm going to do, I had previously made a video regarding the same topic. Unfortunately, I had some comments when they were totally right, where I was all over the place with the camera, so I'm going to make this a little bit easier. Here are the biggest places where you can save money on heating or gas and electric. The first is your heater and air conditioner. You like the heater and my air conditioner? So your heater and air conditioner, these are the biggest energy users in any home. So one of the things you want to do, of course, is, have a programmable thermostat, but I do not have an air conditioner, and my heater only turns on when I turn it on. So I do live in California, and I know everybody is different. There's a lot of colder climate areas where I have a lot of subscribers. But if you can, just go without turning on your heater or air conditioner. This is the biggest money-saving tip I can give you. My monthly Pacific gas and electric bill is approximately $50 a month. In the summertime, it sometimes gets down into the high 20s. There are 2 people living here, so I really do know what I'm talking about, you guys. The programmable thermostat will keep it at a climate-controlled condition, but really you shouldn't be trying to keep it at a climate-controlled condition. You should be trying to acclimate your body temperature to your surroundings. If you get really cold in the winter, one of the things that I like to do is fill a old laundry detergent bottle with almost boiling hot water and just carry it around with me. Put it under my shirt, do whatever I have to do to try and get warm. I'll also stick my feet in some hot water, and that generally warms me up really well. At nighttime, a lot of people say that space heaters save money, and they do save money if that's the only area that you're going to be staying in, but I like to take it down a notch even further, and like I said, acclimate my body, so I use a heated blanket. The heated blanket I have goes on the bottom of the bed as opposed to top, so that the hot air rises. So it's not on top and then the hot air rises, it's underneath me and the hot air rises. That's the type of one I got. I got it about 3 years ago at Macy's.com. The second biggest energy user we have is the electric or gas dryer. I hope you guys like my pictures. So, as many of you know, the majority of my subscribers are probably going to be preppers, and you already use the clothesline. This is something that I highly recommend. If it's raining outside or you live in a snow environment, another thing you can do is you can just place your clothes on hangers and then hang them in your bathroom. If you don't have any space to hang them in your bathroom, just hang them in your closet, wet. Just set an area aside where you're going to have wet clothes and put them in there, and they'll dry on their own. The next one is the water heater. So a lot of people have a 60 to 80 gallon tank water heater, and it takes electricity or gas to heat up all of the water. The entire amount of water is going to be filled up, and every time you take a bath or a shower, your water level comes down to this or down to this or down to this, depending on how many people are in your family. There's a small gauge right around here that says, low, medium, high, extra hot, vacation. The best thing you can do, especially if you have a large family, is keep it on the lowest possible setting. I do recommend when you replace your water heater to get the smallest possible tank available. Most adults take showers as opposed to baths, and if you have a water-saving shower head, like I do, that's 2 gallons per minute or 1.5 gallons less per minute, and you take short showers, even if you have a water heater half this size down to here and you take a 5-10 minute shower, it's only going to use about this much water, and this much water is still going to be left that's going to be heated. When you turn it all the way up, I believe it's 180 degrees, and you know how when you turn the knobs on, when you take your shower, you always turn the hot on, and then you turn on some of the cold to make sure that it's not too hot. Well, you should be getting to the point where you just turn on hot water, and you have no need to turn on the cold water because the settings on your water heater are so low. The next one, and this is the second most thing that uses the most electricity in the house, and that is your refrigerator. Now, refrigerators are a funny thing. People have all these big fancy fridges. They open up like this. You've got the ice box at the bottom. You've got a ice dispenser and all these other fancy little doodads that really nobody needs. I have the smallest possible fridge. It's literally the smallest fridge that they sold at the appliance store that I went to, and it's also energy efficient. I keep it on the lowest setting, which is 1, which is plenty cold to keep your drinks and fruits and vegetables nice and cold. And if you want to, it doesn't matter how you put things inside of your fridge, but if you have any extra space in your freezer, take 2-gallon soda bottles and fill them with water and then put them in your freezer. That serves as 2 purposes. 1, it fills the space in the freezer and it doesn't use as much energy to make the refrigerator portion cold. 2, if there's ever a power outage, those extra ice bottle cubes or the extra iced bottles will keep the freezer cooler for longer so your food won't spoil as fast. The last thing, lights. So, you guys got to switch out of the 60-watt incandescent bulbs and go with a 13 or 9-watt CFL bulb. A 13-watt uses the same amount of electricity as a 60-watt general light bulb, and you get to save money, and there are literally no changes in form of light. Have you guys ever noticed that the first thing that happens whenever there's a power outage is the people open the blinds? They open the blinds to let in the light. We should be switching things back a little bit, and it should be exactly the opposite. We should be opening the shades in order to turn on the light and not flicking the switch every chance we get. When people tell me, I can't do that, I have kids in the house, it's time to get your family in on the act with you if you're in it to save money. One thing that is somewhat extreme, and no, Child Protective Services will not take away your children, is to give each child in the house a light bulb, and they have to take this light bulb with them to every single room that they go to. They only get 1 light bulb. Just screw all the light bulbs out of every single room in the house and then give your kid 1 bulb. It not only will, and it's not a permanent solution. You can do it for a month, maybe 2 months. And what it'll do is it'll teach them the appreciation of the electricity and how, you know, it'll make them think twice before they just go and flick the switch. They're going to be like, oh, I have to go get my light bulb. And then they're going to be like, forget it, I'm just going to open the shades. Which is even better because it teaches your kid responsibility. So, I hope that this video was a little bit educational, and that I'm glad that there wasn't too much camera movement to make people motion sick with my video on saving money on electric and gas. That's it for now. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.